completely ridiculous. It means moving in one direction, like time, hence the idea of synchronicity. That always confuses me. But asynchronous means moving in only one direction. It refers to that one direction on the impeller. So when you see the word asynchronous, it just means one way. And that means you can use that really good impeller. Now, what's the difference? Well, let's take up 5,000 gallons an hour. Is that a fair number? 5,000 gallons an hour is what we're going to get out of one of our little 4,800s. It's a nice amount of flow for anything up to about 12 feet long in a pond. For a nice waterfall, maybe 10, 15 feet long, do a nice job. In a direct drive pump, that could easily run you about 1,200 watts. One of those tough little sump and sewage pumps. Well, 1,200 watts is a lot of money. If you do your calculations, 1,200 watts can be about $80 a month to run at the national average of about 11 cents a kilowatt hour. That's surprising. Now, if you use a mag drive pump, they're a little more efficient. The biggest mag drive ever built that I know of, true mag drive, is around 5,000 gallons an hour. And those guys run in the 600 to 700 watt range. So you're cutting the wattage about in half. But if you use an asynchronous pump, you can come down to the under 500 range for the same amount of flow. That means you cut your electric bill by 2.5 times. That's a lot. Now instead of $80, you're talking in the $30 range. That makes the payoff for that pump enormous. You're saving $50 a month. So when you see the pump in the hardware store or the big box, that's only $100. Take a look at the wattage, because that $100 could be eaten up in 3 months of running. You also have to check and make sure that the pump that you're selecting is continuous duty. Most sump and sewage pumps, like the ones in the big boxes, are intermittent duty. They're meant to go into your flooded basement and clean that out if you have a basement, or the area in the parking lot, whatever it is. And when the job's done, they can cool off. These other pumps, the ones designed for water features, whether they're direct drive, asynchronous, or mag drive, they're designed for continuous duty. You want to see that. Now, that means you can pay off what looks to be a relatively expensive pump very quickly at $50 a month. So be very careful about calculating your wattages before you decide on your pump. And we'll have all sorts of stuff back at the booth to help you do that. We do large trifolds for explaining this